everybody, thank you for tuning in. My name's Josh, designer here at Sizzix, and today we are going to be kicking off some of the Chapter 1 dies for 2021. Been really excited to show you these dies, so I'm excited to be able to do a maker with them today. It's January at the moment, which means we have Easter coming up, we've got Valentine's Day coming up, we've got Mother's Day coming up. There's loads and loads of different craft opportunities for us to get working on. So today I'm going to be using, we have the Easter Fun die. Now it doesn't look like much when I show it you here because we haven't got the packaging, because obviously we get sent them like this and then they go in the lovely packaging for you guys at home. So this is the Easter Fun die. It's just around here, we've just got these kind of silhouettes that go around a stamped image on this. So this one has got all the tags, it's got cloud elements, it's got heart elements, and you'll see it come to life during the make here because we have the stamps here. I always get this one upside down because the bunny is actually upside down here. Tell you what, I'll hold it like this so you can just see those elements. So you can see here the stamped elements. We've got that lovely little butterfly there, those tiny hearts, some nice sentiments here, and then we've got that wreath there. But I'm going to be using this bunny today. Now, as with all Sizzix dies, we go for versatility in the dies. Obviously, this is a kind of Easter themed stamp and die set, but I'm going to be using it today for a Valentine's Day make, just to show you that versatility there. I'm also going to be using just some of the elements here from the Love Hearts die and stamp set. So again, with these sets, you're really getting your money's worth because you get the dies that you can use on their own, you get the stamps that can be used on their own, but then obviously they can be combined and you make these really lovely makes with them. I'm also going to be using this bold alphabet die here. Now this looks a mess because I've been using it and it's well loved, but obviously it will come in a nice new container for you. Okay, so let's get started with the make. We're going to be using this stamp in a slightly different way. So I'm just going to put it onto my stamping block here. Now, I'm going to apply the ink from above, as we always do when we're stamping. It's a nice bit of advice that the ink always goes on more nicely, more evenly when you apply from above like this. So I'm going to get started by just stamping this in the corner. So you'll notice that the bunny is upside down in this make. I'm going to try and keep it even and then we'll give it a stamp. And look how well that's turned out there. I'll turn it around the right way so that you can just see what it's meant to look like. But we're not finished because I'm going to repeat this now because I want these two bunnies to be in love and holding hands and floating up together. So I've got to kind of aim this right here. So using the stamping block there, I'm just going to have them holding hands like so. So there we have two bunnies, all happy, holding hands. Oh, we have a cat already. Just going to put him on the floor and we'll see how long it takes for him to get back up. Now, I want to add a few more balloons in here, bridging this gap. So I'm going to cover this just with a piece of our stencil film. I'm not going to do too many balloons, but I just want a few extra to just to make it look like, oh no, we have a cat again. You know what? This is just going to keep happening. We just have to put up with it. Because if we lock the cat out, then he'll just meow very loudly at the door. So I'm going to add these balloons in here. And there we are. So we've got these two lovely little bunnies floating up together. Now I'm going to add some colour to this. And the way I'm going to do it is first I'll take the cat off the table. Then I'm going to use my paintbrush and I'm going to take some of these distress oxides here and I'm going to apply them just directly to my mat. Not very much because I want the colour on the balloons to be subtle. So you can do that by spritzing it with a bit of water. I'm just using this fine paintbrush here to just colour in some of my balloons. Now that's actually a lot kind of darker than I wanted, so I'll use that same colour on a few different balloons. I want it to be quite muted. And it's okay that the balloons have overlapped there because balloons are see-through. Okay, oh, do you know what? I installed a nifty little kitchen roll dispenser. I can wipe that away. Now I'm going to go with some wild honey because I just want a range of different colours. So I'll give that a good spritz. I'm just taking a little bit there, and you can just see I don't want to be really neat and tidy with it. I want it to look like a nice cool watercolour painting. And then last but not least, I'm going to use some picked raspberry here as well. I'll just put the lids back on these like this. Picked raspberries here, give it a spray, and then just these last balloons here, I'll just add a bit of colour to those. Okay, done. And I'm going to let the colours kind of run into each other to make it look really nice and watercoloury. Just wipe this clean. Okay, next I'm going to colour in little bunnies, but I'm going to do it slightly differently. So this is a distress ink, so it's a bit more opaque, and I'm really going to give this a good spray because I only want to highlight the sides of the bunnies here, so get a lot of that off there. I'll move that to one side, and I just want it to come in with a bit of shadow around here. If you pick one side that the light should be coming through, in my case it's this side, you can just outline all the bits that would be facing that side. As that one's a bit darker there, it looks like two different colours of rabbit, which is great. There we are. So we've got two lovely looking bunnies. And I'll just give that another wipe. And then I would dry this with my heat tool, but I will just put it to one side instead while we prepare the rest of the card. Now, I'm going to use some adhesive sheets here because I'm going to be placing some of those bold alphabet letters down. And the great thing about these adhesive sheets, you'll notice I've stuck it on the textured side because I'm looking to use the kind of smooth side of this card for the writing. So with these adhesive sheets, they give you the opportunity to move your text around. Once it's been stuck, you can actually take it off because the kind of stickiness of it doesn't doesn't tear the card once you've put it on there. So I will put this, I've got the letters I need. As it being Valentine's Day, a Valentine's Day make I should say. Now, I'm going to bring this over here. With it being a Valentine's Day make, I've gone with I love, or I heart you. Now I've taken one of the hearts and elements from the Love Hearts set. So I will just layer this up and we'll just run that through the big shot. And I'll take it back to me just so that it's on my side, save me reaching all over. Kirby now is sat on the other side of the room, giving me the most evil look because I've had to take him off a good few times. Okay, so I will put my big shot to one side. Now, we have these letters. All I need to do is peel off the backs of these letters and then I can place them properly. should be using my die pick. Oh, I think he's on his way up again. He's alright as long as he doesn't walk over my wet makes, which he does do sometimes. Oh, no, actually, we've got the lid off that distress ink there, so what my camera person is trying to contain Kirby. I'm sure everybody has the same problems at home. So there we are. Now, it is time to stick these letters down. So all I've got to do, now that I've used those adhesive sheets, all I need to do is just place them down. There's no applying glue and all that. And the great thing about these letter dies is that you get a different style with them depending on, you know, how far apart you've made the letters, or so you can really change the theme of your card, whether they're close together or far apart, in the same way that you would on Microsoft Word or Photoshop or anything like that. And you'll notice I've spaced them quite far apart here. So white OU. So I've got my eye that I'm going to put further up, and then we've got space here for my small heart element. So I'll put, that's going to go there. The eye is going to go up there. I'm just going to line it up with that eye of with the line of the U there. So I've got a little, I've used the mirror card there from our opulent pack, the silver opulent pack. On with silver this time. Rose gold will be really nice as well. I'm just going to stick that down. And now all that's left to do with this, so just have a look at that. And you get that really great kind of illustrative feel with this, but you've got that with the raised elements of the mirror card heart die element there, and you've got this kind of really stylized letter font die. So all that's left to do is just apply a little bit of express glue to the back there, and then we're just going to stick that on this kind of pre-made pink frame that I prepped earlier. And that's all there is to it with that card. Just look at that. So that took no time at all, and I can think of so many other ideas. Have a look at this. This is something, so earlier when I was making the card, I cut the letters and I've used the aperture here just to create this really simple card front. And that's just using the same die set there. Obviously this writing is a lot closer together, so you've got that option as well. You can use the aperture, and then here is just another arrangement I've done using different colours, writing closer together even still. I've used the Forever sentiment from the Love Hearts die set there, and it just looks fantastic. So that is it from me. I would love to see in the comments your take on how to use these dies together, how to use them individually, just any kind of Valentine's Day themed or an Easter themed make, or for any kind of crafting occasion that you know is coming up. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.